Welcome back, YouTube family, and the wealth madness continues. Okay, we're going to get into the foundation of building wealth. You cannot do it without this key pillar, which is a subject a lot of us, and at our big age of me being 40, we have to understand the the importance of protecting your loved ones if something was to happen to you, especially if you know for a fact that no one is going to take care of your family to the extent that you will care for and nurture your family. No one. So you must make sure that they are protected. If you are no longer to generate, to earn, to attract that income, if you are no longer here, right? So let's get into it, because I believe a lot of us don't purchase it because we are not educated, because we don't understand how it protects us, right? So today is about term insurance. We're going to get into three different types in this series with Wealth Madness Continues. We're going to get into term insurance, we're going to get into whole life insurance, and we're going to get into IULs, okay? So today is all about term. And I'm going to give you an easy acronym so you can remember and actually understand. I got my notes with me. And actually understand what you're purchasing, right? So let's get into it. Term life insurance. The T. Let's think about temporary protection. Term life insurance is time bound, right? So the protection is for a certain amount of time, right? You want to choose the period of time that you want this coverage. 10 years, 20 years, or a 30-year period, right? Because if you pass away during this period of time, this policy will pay your beneficiaries a tax-free death benefit, right? And if the time it ends and you're still here, that insurance will just no longer it will expire, right? That insurance will expire. So when you think about term insurance, that T is going to be for, it is time bound, it is temporary protection, right? The E, I like to think about it being an economical coverage, right? Because it is that least expensive life insurance, right? It is the least expensive out of all the life insurance policies, right? You can often get hundreds of thousands of dollars of coverage, even millions of dollars of coverage for a relatively inexpensive amount that you can afford monthly, right? So you can have a small premium for a lot of coverage with term insurance. Also, so the R is for risk management, right? Term exists to protect your family from financial risk, right? So if something happens to you, you want to make sure that these things are covered. Your mortgage being paid off. You want to make sure that your income is being replaced. Your children's education. My kids' education is so important to me for them to be able to fully think for themselves, right? So, debt elimination, right? You don't want to leave your debt on someone else while they're grieving you, right? Daily living expenses, right? All of these things are covered when you have that risk protection. It ensures your family does not inherit financial struggle along with the grief. Okay? And the M in term is a money protection strategy. Okay? When you think about term, right, you should think about it a bit different. You want to think of it as income replacement insurance, right? Because term isn't designed to build wealth. Um the purpose is pure protection, right? So term insurance is not about death benefits. It's about making sure that the people that you love are protected in the years that they need you the most. And most families are not insured because they don't understand and they're not educated. If you want to understand how to build wealth, first thing you have to understand is you must start with protection. That is the foundation of building wealth and building period. The foundation has to be solid. So if anyone needs help getting their family properly protected, right, and securing your legacy, the link is in my bio so that we can schedule a more in-depth